Fellas, welcome to Week 5 Marvel Rivals. I am Lefevre, joined by the one and only top 500 Marvel Rivals player, Bunny 5001. How you doing, good sir?
I'm doing all right. Not quite top 500, but you know what? We're making our way there.
Can we say top 1,000? Can we say top 1,000?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay. You know, I can gas you up, but only to so much, you know?
Yeah, that's, I understand. I'll take what I can get around here, all right?
Exactly. Now, it does look like we have a promising gaming on our hands, as we're going to be seeing Little Falls versus, from what my intel has gathered, the state of Wyoming, which would be Bison Marvels is what I've been seeing. So, Minnesota versus Wyoming is seeming to be the what is in the water right now. So I'm very excited for that. Remember, it is a best of 5 format. So first 3 wins, teams are going to be banning maps and the like to be able to find a way to figure out which map they want to play on first. But they rotate through all 3 forms of the rotation. So it's like, what are the 3 different versions? There's
Domination,
Convoy, Convergence,
and Convoy.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sent you a friend request. I think my camera is lagging.
Couldn't have a, an easy broadcast. Something had to go wrong.
I mean, there's always a wrench in there. There's always a wrench.
It wouldn't be a real broadcast if everything was going smoothly now, would it?
All right. We invite him. And sorry, so for those who are like, so why is Lefevre not talking? Well, actually, it's because I'm actually trying to have 2 conversations at once. Turns out that's a little difficult in this side of the broadcast, but that's okay. We do have, I believe this is Wyoming getting in here.
I think, what's the name of it? I saw their school, you had it. It was like on the overlay. It was like some...
That might have been wrong. That might have been from last week, if I'm going to be 100% with you. Yeah, okay. That was, yeah, I see it. Hmong College Prep. That was last week.
Okay, I was about to make sure. I was making sure that's
No, you're good. You're keeping me on my toes, and that's good. That's what we want to see.
I'm gonna join Team A.
Oh, you're you're just foolish now.
Oh, I'm their team's ringer, actually.
Okay, sure.
Yep. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, here we get to. You want to scare the kids?
Yeah, let's scare them off a little bit. Hey,
there you go.
Send
Look at
me
that.
in, coach. I can still
Send
rise.
me in, coach. There you go.
I can still rise. I'm not too old yet.
You're right, for sure. Jeff with very small letters. Okay. We do actually have to skedaddle out of here because they are adding.
They're coming.
Invite sent. Okay, so I'm making sure that I actually have the teams on the right side, because that's the gamble I have to go with every single week. It does look like it. Okay, that's awesome. So we are waiting on the map bans coming in from everyone. Who's to say what it's gonna be? I think it's just going to be. Ooh, my camera is lagging. Why?
A little bit. Well, you gotta lower the quality.
No, it's fine now.
Oh, all right.
I blame America. I blame the tariffs, actually.
That's honestly not even a bad idea.
Right, like the bandwidth, right? It's the bit rate. It's the bit rate tariff.
They put a tariff on bit rate too.
You get it.
You. It's a tough world out here.
It is, but you got to do it at some point, right? You just got to work with what you got.
Now, Team A is which side?
So Team A is going to be Little Falls, and then Team B is going to be Bison. So Bison for B.
Nice.
See, it's kind of like it's kind of easy, actually.
Gotcha.
Bands are and what map we. Okay, so we are waiting on map bans right now and trying to figure out. But we do have a pretty easy time getting everyone in here, which is super nice. And also, I am noticing the ranked situation we have because, of course, we can see the ranks that these players are in. We do have a Plat 2.
Doing a little scouting, I see.
Right, a Bronze 3 and a Silver 3 on the side of good old Little Falls. And then on the side of Wyoming, we got Silver 2 and a Bronze 3. And then all the rest of the teams do not have a rank, which means they could be like the second coming of Christ if we really think about it.
Yeah, you
right?
never
Like
know.
they could be powerful.
That's right.
So I'm curious to see because what do you think? I'm very curious as a person that hasn't seen this this meta this high school environment. What do you think the bans are like? What do you think the like
I'm not super sure.
picks are?
What
like
I'm
if you had to put
is that
a guess,
it's mostly just gonna be people playing their comfort picks. I think we're just gonna see protections, comfort picks, and the bans are just gonna be like very standard meta bans or characters that counter their comfort picks.
Right.
So basically, that just becomes I have no idea. But we'll have at least a solid idea after the first game, and we can maybe pick up an idea on what the teams want to do based off the bans. But
Right.
hey, only time will tell.
Exactly. One of the big things that I'm noticing is Scarlet Witch is actually a very contested character. Some people love her, and some people want her gone. And that usually ends up with people playing Strange or not. So, Strange bans are actually pretty common around these parts of town in this Wild West. Because Strange is a good tank, don't get me wrong. Unfortunately, Magneto can kind of just do it all. He is the everyman. So... And with that ban of Strange, they kind of just don't want to play Wanda because without the C, without the right click, left click for Wanda, she's kind of buns. If I'm gonna be real, if I'm gonna keep it $150, but maybe that's just on me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, Scarlet, even with the team up, she's not bad.
I think she's unironically
there's just
good.
Other options that are far better.
I think she's unironically good anti-dive. If I'm gonna be honest,
she's decent,
right? Because she can there's no skill in like looking at a Black Panther, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing for the person running the against the Black Panther, right? But I do think we are getting bans somewhat figured out. Truthfully, as a non-player, as just an observer, I'm a watcher, if you will. You know, the bald guys. We are kind of basically that. We are just looking at the mortals at the moment. Who's to say what the ban process is?
For maps or for characters?
For maps.
Oh yeah, maps I have no idea.
Yeah, but for characters, I'm familiar with that one. I kind of wish that the higher ranks you went in, like maybe it starts at GM or Diamond, you actually do get to start saving characters like how you can in a custom lobby. But you can't.
Some people would just complain that it slows it down a little bit. People just want to get their ranked games done.
I guess, but I think that's lame. I think that's lame, officer.
Hey, you know what? Some people. As for me, I would be fine either way. I like how it is now, and I like both.
Right.
My main does tend to get banned all the time, so more bans would mean more chances for my character to get banned.
The Grudington is a very interesting character.
He's a bit of a powerhouse. People have figured out that character is a little bit not real, and how powerful he is. So let's see.
Dare I say not okay?
I might get a little excited if some of the teams start breaking out the Groot. You'll see. I'll be observing closely.
All right.
But we do have 2 tank mains in this voice call, so
that is true. We are biased heavily.
A little biased.
I got 4. Ooh, I got Rocket Raccoon Lord the other day. You'd be so proud of me.
Oh boy, Rocket Lord.
I know. I get to hold right click and then I get to close my eyes and pretend everything's okay.
So we pretend that airplanes.
Night sky. Yeah.
That's what we're pretending.
You know, maybe who sings that? Is that Jay-Z? That's not Jay-Z.
Oh boy.
No, that's B.O.B. That's B.O.B. That's B.O.B.
Yeah, it is. It is. I just looked it up, but I would have had no idea.
Okay. I mean, I'm going off memory. I'm going off rip. Yo, thank you for everyone in chat as well. You guys are looking fantastic and very cute, might I add. We got Grizzhawk and Treyara, the MN representatives for the Minnesota State University Smash team. The undefeated goats. Are you undefeated still?
No.
Ooh,
There's
unfortunately.
a lot of good teams out there.
But you know, aren't you at least like top 3 teams?
I think we finished NECC in I think we finished 9th or 13th. I can't remember.
That's not bad.
Which is not bad. We went into it as I think the 16 seeds.
That's not bad at all.
But hey, you know what? I think we got to get Treyara, SSB, and Grizzhawk onto the Marvel Rivals train. What do you think?
I think we should have a MN team comp for good old Marvel Rivals, because you and me would be tanks, obviously. I think Treyara would be a nasty DPS player, maybe like a Black Panther or something.
Ooh. I think so. I think he would enjoy that.
What would Grizzhawk like? I feel like Grizzhawk has an acquired taste for loony characters.
Okay, if he wants to play a loony character, maybe he'd like Rocket Raccoon, maybe.
That sounds like that shouldn't work.
Or either that, or he'd play a really niche, like a niche tank like Captain America, maybe.
Yo, Cap's awesome though.
He is very cool. Oh, it looks like did they choose a Hydra, or did they choose Hell's Heaven?
Word on the street is that that's what we're going to, because what they banned. They banned... What? Incarnation? It does look like we are going to Hell's Haven, I think. So, what's the map?
We'll see.
I just want to know the map, because what did we ban? We banned Galactic Empire and Tokyo 2099. Okay, sure.
Those are convergence maps now.
Yeah, and then Yigsguard and Central Park were banned. And I believe those are the convoy maps that got banned?
Those are the convoy maps.
Okay, sure. That makes a logical amount of sense. So what... Yo, Grizzhawk saying Rocket, he does just do that. As a person that just spent like the last 16 hours of my life pretty much playing Rocket only, he's very good at it. What if you just ran around and didn't die? Oh, we're going to Krakoa. Oh, brother, we're going to Krakoa.
That's cool. I like Krakoa.
Both teams ready? I think both teams are ready here, as we are going to be able to get into it rather quickly. I'm kind of itching. I'm making sure all the settings are right. Cool, we're going. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Krakoa here, as we do see a wonderful Krakoa pick coming in here to start off strong on the competitive domination map. I'm going to make the rule set be over here in case I get yelled at saying everything is wrong.
You're still streaming your I think.
What's up?
You're still streaming your camera? Oh,
I'm not still streaming.
Is there
there is a delay.
There's
a wee bit of a delay.
I suppose the delay would make sense.
All right. So what do we got here? So it does look like we do see a little bit of a interesting tank composition here for the side of Bison.
And people just like to hover random stuff.
Okay, sure.
We'll have to wait for
But I do like the group pick coming in here.
So team yellow, yellow is the Bison.
Yellow.
Or red, I should say.
Yes, Bison. Bottom is Bison.
Red.
Yeah. Oh, you have your color. You have your color settings all mixed up, don't you?
I have my colors switched.
For me, it's just like a nice teal, blue, and then a red. But Winter Soldier being banned on the side of Little Falls, and then Invis for Bison. Already banger picks.
Saving a Rocket, huh? Rocket save is interesting.
That is interesting.
Thor. Okay, no, that's the most interesting one so far.
Yeah. I'm quite curious on that Thor pick, actually.
Now, if you're playing Thor, I suspect that maybe an Emma ban comes in. If I'm playing Thor, the #1 counter to Thor, if you are planning on saving him, you likely ban Emma Frost at some point.
Right.
And if you're going to go for an Iron Man ban, Little Falls now has the chance to ban whoever they like and then save Emma Frost.
They ban Hella. Wait.
Interesting.
But
that's a pretty standard ban, I'd say.
But Human Torch is open though.
Torch is open. We'll see what the Bison choose.
Group being saved as well is huge as well.
Yes. Spider-Man.
They saved the Spidey pick. Okay. Interesting. We're big dive fans here from
Here's
Bison.
your chance to ban Emma again. Torch.
I don't.
That's smart.
I was like,
you don't know if the other team's gonna ban Hella. That makes sense.
Interesting. Surely I don't know what you ban here for Little Falls' final pick. Loki would be kind of nice, I guess, just because he's annoying. Wolverine. Oh, that's actually real because you're playing group. Never mind.
A lot of faith is gonna go into your group player with this then.
So, like I said, Scarlet Witch is very, very sought after, and we do see triple support coming out from Little Falls right now, which is rather fascinating. We are going to be seeing if Jeff can find a way to do something here and kind of mosey around to the back line. Doesn't look like we're entirely locked in, but we do see that Strange team up coming in clutch here. Interesting, interesting. But dude, this map's so pretty. I mean, look at the waterfall. What are these comps? They're inspirational. You're just not ready for it.
Comps.
You're just not ready for it, I don't think. Let's go through the storm. Like, dude, I say what you want about the balance of this game. I think it's perfect. I think it's perfectly fine. There's no demons whatsoever. But I did not know this statue was here. That's cool. That's cool attacking, bro. Like, dude, this game's so pretty.
It is.
Like, look at this. Like, if I had another person for B-roll, dude, it'd go crazy.
All right, here we go. Time to roll out. The blue team, Little Falls, the red team, Bison, Wyoming. Let's see what we got. I see Cap Thor, which is inherently coming out on a slightly less powerful tank line. We got Spider-Man already.
Right, he's already doing mad work right now. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be seeing if we can see this group be doing anything. Jeff leading the way, paving the road for Little Falls right now, trying to find something. This Thor already getting a little bit caught off guard by the supports.
It's dueling each other.
Pretty normal is what you want to see.
But you got the DPS on the Bison already low. Their entire team is just struggling to stay alive.
Right.
There's just so much more staying power for Little Falls team on the point that you're relying on your Spider-Man to pick something over, which he's looking to.
Ooh, okay, Spider-Man getting that Luna, very important, but you do see that group being able to go down. Doctor Strange picking up that Scarlet Witch. This Thor is doing some very gnarly work, if I'm going to be honest here, of just being able to disrupt the backline so effectively. Little Falls doesn't really know what to do about this God of Thunder.
Yep, and it was smart for the way that Wyoming handled that fight. They let Little Falls set themselves up on point, and they said, you know what, that's fine by us. So Rocket ult got off. Didn't even notice that.
Gonna be responding to that with a Thor ult. Very nice, but it does look like Bison's numbers are dwindling as we do have 2 down. Your Captain America and Jeff, your Dyers, not looking great. Let's see what this Spider-Man's up to.
Yeah, that was just good proactive ult usage. Here we go. Scarlet Witch coming out. It's stunned during it, though.
Good stun coming in there from that Spider-Man. That's what we like to see. Rum going down, not without a fight, though. Scarlet Witch going to be trying to find something.
Oh,
he got sticky, bro! What a fat Spider-Man ult!
That was a huge ult, and that's just a little bit of a lack of target focus there from Little Falls. They start the fight with a pick off their rocket ult, but they're just letting that Spider-Man and Thor run all along their backline. And if you're not target focusing after getting those picks, this team comp, it's just 6 little rats running around.
That's all it's gonna be. I mean, I see why we saved the Spider-Man. I fear he is doing amazing work. Like,
he is very good.
Goodbye, Zelda man. You are not long for this world. If only we had the Venom team up. Good freeze. See, now he's scared. He's getting caught off guard.
Oh, Groot's coming in.
Groot ult. Gonna be a fat one.
Huge.
That's a huge Groot wall.
Now, that's one of the weak points here. Even though the Bison got off to 80% of the point, they do not have a big and powerful defensive ult. They do have Rocket, which doesn't that's not going to out heal a Groot ult.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Let's see where he goes with this. Oh, he's just dead. I understand.
We're going to call that questionable at best, but the Bison are choosing to commit to this fight despite getting picked early. And the Punisher ult in response is going to go ahead and shut this down immediately.
Right.
2 ults for the price of... And I suppose they use Rocket as well.
They also use Captain America. Very interesting. Okay. A little interesting there for that Scarlet Witch ult to get popped. Not entirely sure about that one.
And that's just kind of, I mentioned the whole 6 rats kind of going at it. Despite the fact that this team plays somewhat independently, you still have to coordinate your team fights. It just kind of seemed like they're trickling in. A pretty unfortunate series of staggers from the Bison. However, they did force a couple ults.
Which is huge,
you can still see that the staggers are just, they just kind of keep flooding in. The Thor and the Jeff are just kind of alone. Right. Even though the team is here to help now, that's just a lot of health and a lot of space they've already had to give up.
Oh, wait, what a fat Agamotto, actually.
Big Agamotto.
Very nice job to be able to just kind of pressure that team off into the backline. Scarlet Witch is going to be able to get away, unfortunately, for Jeff to Doctor Strange right now. We popped Luna ult for what? Wait, pardon? I think I missed something. Did you
have been in response to the Thor ult, I think, but I think they were also getting pressured by Spidey.
Okay. Spider-Man does have ult again. It could get sticky.
Oh, it's the staggers just keep coming, and look at Little Falls willing to chase the staggers. Punisher a little out of position, but he should be able to get back.
You're right. This Spider-Man going to be able to try something in contention with this Captain America. This Captain America is just taking too much damage, though. We're focusing too hard. This Spider-Man's going to have to find a way to get another big ult, but will it be in time? Ooh, a little bit high. Does get 2. He could be able to find something here. Bison's not out of it yet. They have the manpower. Groot ult going to be trying to save the day right now. Let's see if they can find something. They do find both supports.
What a messy fight evolving on point right now. This could be anyone's, but it looks like the Bison are stabilizing and the Flyers just got their Strange left. Still have 84%, but this is a big stall coming in. You still have some percentage to give up, so I'm not sure why the 3 members of the Flyers are still running in when they have a Strange portal coming for them.
Right, we just need to back up right now. We need to see if we can do anything.
Oh, it works if you can chunk their Thor.
Okay, wait a minute. Infinite ammo up as well. We respond with the rocket ult. Jeff gonna be able to swallow all of them. Jeff dismembering. Wait a minute. This Jeff's making me have a stroke right now. Crazy. Oh no.
Jeff.
That's highly unfortunate. Oh, we just had to go down with the ship, but we weren't committed to it. The Agamotto gonna be able to get that rocket. Oh, we had it. We had it. Captain America's going to try to save the day, but I do not think it's going to work. Wait a minute. Where's this pure chaos? Yeah, okay. A little bit unfortunate. Captain America going to be going down. This Jeff, we're just desperate now. Bison going to be able to try to find something, but it's not looking likely as Little Falls is able to take that first point.
Yep, and so really what kind of ended up boiling down at the end of that point is after it, so the Bison Wyoming pick up that fight win, and what happened was Little Falls kind of just stayed on the point a little. You'd think that it was basically over with the way that the Strange and the Punisher were kind of alone on the point, but then the Bison's Thor gets picked early, and the entire trajectory of the fight changes because of that. And what ended up being kind of a messy, devolved team fight ended up with the Flyers stabilizing just because of the power of their superior team comp.
Right, and that's why we are going to be seeing a little bit of a swap here, as we do see that Captain America going in for that Magneto in that Scarlet Witch, going to be trying to use Iron Fist to their advantage now. Interesting swaps. I don't entirely know if it's going to be fruitful, but only time will tell as we get into game number 2 here.
And a lot of this fight this first fight that's going to happen is going to boil down to how this Luna ult gets used for Little Falls. The Flyers exhausted almost every ult they had, and for good measure, because they did end up securing the point. But we're going to see, we can obviously tell that the Bison's team is much faster and can reposition quickly. So this Luna ult, how this gets used is going to determine who wins this first fight.
Definitely a lot of contention on that Luna, but that Iron Fist getting dismantled very quickly right now. Okay. You see that Spider-Man coming in strong. Okay, we do pop that Luna ult. Gonna be trying to save the day. Spider-Man not gonna be able to get picked because of that Luna ult. It's gonna be very strong. And like you just said, that Luna ult, it's gonna be determining who gets first point. And just like that, Little Falls able to capture successfully. Spider-Man having a hard time being able to find someone.
And you can see Thor, Spider-Man going for some heroics there, but 3 members of their team had already died. Currently, the Bison fighting with a man disadvantage, but Spider-Man making things happen right now.
It seems like Peter Parker's always doing a great job of being able to find a way, no matter what, to get a pick. But unfortunately, the Thor not going to be able to find something in that shotgun, looking rather deadly for that Spider.
And now the staggers are going to come in. This Magneto going to stagger himself.
He's not long for this world.
That's a lot of percentage that the Bison are giving up in a point that they need to win for this map. Just kind of flooding in their Scarlet Witch and Raccoon, just playing into the Little Falls hands, and these staggers are just building faster and faster. The percent just keeps climbing. The Bison have to regroup and get a full team fight going, or they might just stagger this entire point away.
I mean, they're already 50% in, Bunny. It's looking hard for them to kind of
Peter Parker looking for something.
Is he going to be able to find it, though?
Oh, he's on Black Panther now. Apologies.
Wait a minute. When does BP come into play?
Didn't even know that the Black Panther switch is going to come in.
Let's see.
Here's the first real fight since the first one.
This Punisher is doing amazing work, shutting down everyone that gets in his way. Dear heavens.
Is a tough fight to lose, and the Scarlet Witch ult's going to go nowhere. Popping it with no team support. The Flyers just standing strong with this powerful team comp they've got going on. Jeff ult, is it too little too late?
I think it might be, Bunny. I mean, I don't know what you can do here other than say GG. We staggered a little bit too much into this first fight. We're now looking for Agamotto. We find just that. Jeff looking for a fat one. He opened up Pandora's box as every ult is being used right now. Magneto is going to be able to tremble no one into fear right now. He's going to get bullied into submission, and just like that, Little Falls is going to be able to win that first point, or that second point, rather, of this first game.
Map 1, that's going to go to Little Falls. And you said they're undefeated, yeah?
They are not undefeated, actually. I had my wires crossed. Hmong Prep is the undefeated one. Right now, Little Falls is 2-1 in the series. Within the overall...
In the league.
In the league, thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. As we do see
Punisher loading up that MVP, and when you see the juicy targets this guy had to shoot the entire game, yeah, you don't wonder why this guy had 20 finals and 14k damage. He just had free reign the entire game.
I mean, I got 2 numbers for you, Bunny. 34 and 4.
Ooh.
That's a juicy. That's a juicy one.
And if you're the Bison, you're thinking, all right, it might be back to the drawing board. When your Rocket and your Jeff they're only able to get 7k healing each, you might have to start trying to rock maybe a Cloak and Dagger, maybe I think their team banned Invisible Woman, so perhaps a Luna Snow of their own. Rocket Jeff, one of the weaker support lines in the game currently, could be back to the drawing board if you want to have a chance of staying in this series.
Definitely. You're bringing some great points to the table, and it's up to Bison to see if they can get those ideas themselves and see if they can respond accordingly. But as I am currently figuring out what map we are going to next, Domination Convergence. Yes, Convergence.
We're on the hybrid maps now.
Right. So we're going to be choosing Galactic Empire as the Convergence map. As I find it in here.
We've hauled the Dahlia.
Intergalactic. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Well, the thing about the custom thing is, like, you have to, like, reset because it tries to make you go to quick match every single time. And it's a little bit... Yep.
So this map, determined by its powerful high grounds, especially on the second and first point, one of the more dominant characters being Loki on this map. We'll see if that character is going to show himself. And
I'd assume he would. He would be seeing a ban.
What adaptations the Bison are going to have in store. Something is going to have to get done if they want a chance to stay in this series, because when you think about especially that tank line they're running, Doctor Strange and Groot from the Flyers were just able to command and especially hold so much space as compared to Thor, Magneto.
And remember, we had Captain America at first point. Like, the Magneto didn't even come in until earlier.
Like, so, hey, game doesn't start till map 2, because guess what? Time to ban some characters that you know.
Right. Oh! Frame 1. Just instant frame. Bunny, it's looking like a glimpse into your own life as Groot gets insta-banned. And Spider-Man insta-banned right after that. Go figure. It's a tragic day, truly. Can I get some 07s?
And see, there you go. This is going to become the round of target bans.
It's
and
all
that
it
Spider-Man, console and PC, that man doing a lot for his team. When things were looking dire, he would oftentimes make that first pressure or even first pick. So it makes sense they would want to hop him off of that Spider-Man.
We do see that Strange ban coming in as well. So both tanks that we were just praising from the Flyers going to be needing to get a mix-up there, which is going to be fascinating. Okay, we see the Winter Soldier ban still. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, I guess he's just still a good character. So, like, okay. What else? I do think Loki is a banger choice, like you said, Bunny. And I'm really curious to see if either of these teams are going to either be trying to ban one or are going to be trying to pick one. But we do see Jeff getting saved, which I'm not too sure about that one, Captain.
The Flyers were not playing Jeff of their own last game, correct? I believe that was the Bison who were playing Jeff.
That is correct, Your Honor.
So I find it interesting that they choose to save Jeff.
We do.
However, perhaps they know something we don't.
Maybe. We do see the Black Panther pick coming in strong, and the Iron Fist ban. Okay. We really want to go anti-dive, it looks like, coming in here from Little Falls.
Yep.
Banning Spider-Man and Iron Fist.
Now, I am obviously... okay, so both teams are currently showing Thor and Jeff. And since that Luna is banned, I'm not sure if either team is going to try. I suppose that that Little Falls is going to try Invisible Woman with Iron Man. Sticking a Sue onto a flying character is one of the nastiest things you can do.
That is
so I'm
true.
excited to see how the Flyers are able to make this Iron Man Sue combo work if they decide to roll out a spawn with it.
I will be honest with you, Bunny. I'm surprised the Torch isn't out here. I mean, you have the team up as well. But maybe I guess we're just a wee bit more comfortable on that Iron Man to not really want it, but who's to say? As we will be seeing JJ the Jet Plane trying to find some strive with this Iron Man.
Yep.
We also both teams having a Black Panther.
Especially when you see the enemy team comps, both of them are very susceptible to Torch on each other. The only counters being Iron Man and somewhat Scarlet Witch. But I am very excited to see how Wyoming is going to fight back against this Iron Man. They have very, very little they can do against an Iron Man with a Sue shield stuck onto him. So I'm very excited to see the counterplay for that.
Exactly. And as we do see a Scarlet Witch into play here, we could be seeing something strong. That Jeff already getting annihilated. Shifty Gear looking a little worse for wear as he needs to retreat. Captain America, the Goon Knight himself, going to be trying to see if we can disrupt the backline of Little Falls.
And what I'm seeing right now is we're having a little bit of a good old backline trades going on. Both teams sacrificing their own backlines as they each try to outdive each other.
Definitely. As we do see this Thor doing a phenomenal job of just being able to run at them with Mjolnir and just bash their skulls in, giving them a little bit of brain damage. Okay.
And yeah, these Jeffs dueling with each other, and Jeff essentially one of the best dive supports in the game. He can get back there, help his Panther, help his own backline, and you can see, that's a bit of an overextension though from Little Falls. They had a lot of positioning and kills to work with, and all of a sudden, where'd it go?
It's looking like we are going to be paying the price for that as we're doing a phenomenal job of being able to capture this point. I mean, you see that Jeff going down Bison going to be able to get the picks that they are looking for. Emma Frost going to be going down, not able to stand the Bison front line. Maximum Pulse going to be trying to find someone. No one is going to be caught by that. Tony Stark looking for an upgrade, as we are going to be giving Bison some very own first point here.
Calico gonna try his best to stall for a little bit. This Jeff ult gonna find a couple, but this is gonna be a bit. No, it's gonna be too little, too late.
It's
just
looking like it.
Some ult charge here.
Yeah, I mean, we're just trying to stall it for as long as possible, which I don't know if that's the play, Chief. Zeldaman looking to get thwarted, just like the rest of his team, as we are able to capture.
There is no Doctor Strange available, so no portaling of any sort can happen for this map.
Which is very interesting. I feel like, who's in my camera? Why is Jeff in my camera? Please go away.
Jeff is all-knowing. Now the Bison are stacking up, coming close to 6 ults.
Ooh.
That Black Panther. Find something early.
I mean, he's got the rocket trembling. He's got the Wanda trembling. We got the Captain America coming out. Thor trying to respond. Not quite.
And this entire fight is happening off of the cart right now, but the Bison are just kind of finding the right picks here. And even though a couple of them are falling, the positioning of the Flyers just kind of all over the place, whereas the Bison are kind of centralized around their Captain America ult, helping them stay alive, and that's all they actually had to use to win the fight. Whereas the Flyers used the Thor ult and have swapped to Magic to lose that ult charge as well.
Wait, you just brought up a great point. I didn't even see the Magic swap. We do have a lot of ults coming in here. We do see that Star-Lord ult getting popped from the console NPC. Invisible Woman going to be trying to keep the team alive and healthy. Let's see if we can do anything.
Kind of seems like there's just 2 separate fights going on right now.
It really does.
4 people for the Bison on cart, but only the Magic there to contest it, and they're just going to push that in. Despite 5 Flyers being alive, the cart makes it to the second point. Flyers just fighting way too far back.
We had a little bit of a positioning storytelling in the first game, Bunny, but it looks like the table has been turned, but the script stays the same, as we are seeing some positioning errors on the side of Little Falls. See that ML coming in clutch.
Early ML, and I'm liking the way this one's coming out, forcing some pressure here, especially on this tank line.
Right, definitely not a bad idea, just a little bit enthusiastic for an ult. But we are able to choke slam that
Blind Eye is just having himself a map right now. This guy is finding a lot of kills, whether it's primaries or ultimate kills. This guy is having a good map.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's definitely being uncontested so much more than last point.
Okay, we got some swaps coming out. Calico for the Flyers will go to the Thing to try and stop that Cap and that Thor. So we'll see how that plays out.
We will see. You can't really burst down the Thing too much like what you're seeing now. An interesting maximum pulse coming in here.
Lots of ults getting used for the Flyers. Iron Man Jeff will come out. That Emma came out earlier. She's already back to 50 though.
That's actually huge.
But it's looking like the Flyers should be able to stabilize, get up their first fight win of the map, and that is exactly the time they need for it too. They needed a breath of fresh air anywhere they could get it.
Right, 3 minutes on the clock for Bison to regroup and try again. They are in no rush for time right now.
Oh yeah.
But I'm curious to see where this is going to be able to go to.
Yeah, and if you're Wyoming, you're saying, all right, well they used a couple ults there that they're not going to have now. Now the question is, how are they going to play around this Sue Storm ult from the Flyers? That's really going to determine how this fight plays out. Cap trying to get involved a little early, taking a lot of space, but everyone able to lives for now.
Ooh, that clobbering time coming out strong, though.
You see the Star Witch flank coming? Let's see what she can get.
Pure chaos, screaming in the middle of the mall.
Comes in.
There we go. Very nice job. I mean, Bunny, that just put a smile on my face as a tank player myself. I don't know about you.
And what you saw there, the Wyoming team went for somewhat of a split push, but the Flyers, none the wiser, decided to just push the individuals who didn't go on the flank. The Wanda and the Thor flanked, and what that did was left the rest of the team wide open for all 6 of the Flyers to push them in and get that fight win.
Captain America looking to put some pressure onto the point right now, but it is looking
He's gotta live.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, is he gonna live?
The Jeff ult isn't finding anybody. The ult usage from Wyoming started off fantastic, but now they're kind of stalling. And we remember this team had some I shouldn't even say some. They had a lot of staggering issues we saw on the last map. And what originally started off as a big momentum push for the Bison is now completely stalled.
We really just need to see them regroup and refocus on going through one big push down either way, right? You can either
Here
go
you can
through
see
the
the
stairway.
score. He does have his ult though.
Oh, but that Invisible Woman gonna be clutching out for the team.
That's a beautiful Invisible Woman ult. You countered both the Thor and the Star-Lord ults, but they're a little pushed deep right now. And as soon as that Invisible Woman ult runs out, you can kind of see the Bison's positioning just a little better as everybody gets overwhelmed.
Right, Emma Frost not going to be able to make enough room and take enough damage for that team. Falco going to be able to go back. That Captain America ult, rather bold.
Ambitious.
Ambitious, that's the word.
And you think he popped it in hopes of getting that pick on the Thing. However, the Thing got healed up big and fast. And now he is commanding space on the cart.
Thing needs to be respected, especially since you have so many open positionings right now. Just like that clobbering time, that rocket skull getting bashed in right now.
Oh, yeah. And these Scarlet Witch ults have just been questionable at best after his team is already dead. Blind Eye starting off with a hot map, but perhaps getting a little bit too overheated here as his team is now down to just 3 on the point.
Star-Lord's all at 50%, not going to be able to get it back. Jeff all pulling clutch. Could be seeing something strong here, but unfortunately not. We are just going to be seeing shifty gear, hold down the fort, as it looks like Little Falls able to come back after a brutal start, being able to deny Bison of the 3 points of map number 2.
Now this brings us back to a point that I mentioned earlier with that tank line. While Cap Thor is just very, very momentum based, and while they are easily able to hold that space and build off of momentum, when it comes time to actually push into a team, especially a team that has the Thing and Emma, Cap and Thor seriously struggle, especially when their backline of Jeff Rocket is having a hard time delivering a high amount of burst healing and extra utility that they might have gotten from another character like Stu or Cloak and Dagger.
Because to put it quite simply, they just get shut down. They are just simply not the tanks that you want to be going for, right? So you do have Strange in group band, which does put a little bit of a wrench into their plan. What we need to see is something like, we do need a mag, just frame 1, we need a mag. We need a little bit of that poking distance. We can bubble to ignore the grab and to ignore the clobbering time from Thing. It's going to be super nice. We can also ult the Zelda Man Invisible Woman ults coming in here from Magneto. That's what we really need from Bison. That's what I personally want to see. Another great pick that we might be able to see. I'm trying to think. Venom wouldn't do it. What do you even go here for? I guess you run the Emma as well, right?
I would say Emma wouldn't be a bad pick. Magneto could be fine as well.
Especially for the team up.
There's a lot of choices you could do.
Right.
It's a little hard to think of in the moment, but we got an offense to look at. So, oh no,
JJ the jet plane being able to brutalize that raccoon.
Yeah, just very out of position. And the Bison, there's really no defending the way that they're playing this first point defense. You're not supposed to play this far up, and they are going to suffer the consequences as everybody is going to start falling. There's no corners to play when you're on this long stretch of...
There's no cover, there's no nothing. Within the first 30 seconds, Bunny, we are going to be seeing Little Falls able to capture that first point. They were looking strong in the first half, Bison, Wyoming, that is, but not able to live up as the sides turn here.
Yeah, and you can see the power of that Iron Man, and even though he doesn't have as much ult charge, the amount of pressure he's putting in from the sky, the enemy team, the Bison, I should say, just have nothing to stop the Iron, until they switch to the Hella, that is.
True. Hell, we did see a Hella Man. I got a question for you. Very off topic, but why does Moon Knight have yellow on his cape?
I'm not sure.
But
because the moon is made of cheese.
But he definitely didn't used to have that, right?
I'm not sure. It could be a skin. I'm not sure if skins.
No, that's default. I'm just very distracted by it. Pardon me.
What I'm distracted by is the unfortunate staggers that are coming out again. If you remember, I discussed the staggering issue of Bison Wyoming, and it looks like they are just going to throw away this entire second point defense. The staggers, the high on Rum on Thor gets staggered first, then their rocket comes next.
It's quite unfortunate.
Bad is turning to worse.
Definitely. We do see that Hello swap that you were preaching for beforehand,
and
so
something
could
remember
be
that
done.
staggering issue? The rocket is going to fall first again, and guess what's going to happen to Thor?
He's going to crumble like a bunch of Jenga blocks.
And boy, you got to feel for High on Rum right now. Playing Thor into Thing Emma is extremely painful, and no amount of Hella ult is going to save you here.
Right, I mean, she's definitely trying. She does get JJ off point. She does get Shifty Gear. Does revive High on Rum as well. But they already got the point, right? It's not really worth it. Because now you're just going to be able to see Little Falls wash through the rest of the competition. We're investing these ults when we really should just be able to back up and play for more. Because you're not going to be trying to defend this point super well. Because their respawn point is literally right there.
Yeah, and now you've got the Penny Swap. The Penny Swap has actually been here for a while. I just now have decided to mention, as well as JJ gonna hop on the Human Torch.
We were praising it.
There is 5 individual fights going on right now. Thor and Scarlet Witch in the backline making a lot of space right now, but like I said, the Flyers before, they're just keen to push the rest of the team when the Scarlet Witch and Thor are flanking, and the numbers are just continuing to favor Little Falls as they just cruise in this map too.
I mean, to be truthful with you, Bunny, it looks like we're just kind of throwing darts out of dartboard and seeing what lands, because we have so many switch. We have the Magic coming out. We have JJ now on a Wolverine, which I did not notice that. It's looking quite chaotic.
Well, here we go.
This Penny could be trying to find
Console
something.
and PC on the Magic, able to get a very important kill on his Elbow Man. Invis Woman gone, and now finally a breath of fresh air for the Bison. You'd think. The health numbers are looking a little low, though, despite the fact that their Invisible Woman is dead.
Right, this... Ooh, Blind Eye, be able to secure 2 of them. Invisible Woman yet again falling.
And I was getting a little nervous there. Oh, but the clobbering time will come out.
Oh
this is a big Jeff ult.
Holy!
That Jeff ult has gotten a lot of people. Let's see what he can do with it. Just gonna go ahead and spin him out, get some positioning. But now, Little Falls, look, they've kind of reversed positions here.
This is just some Looney Tunes action, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
We got an Invis Woman ult coming out. The ults, they're just gonna go ahead and press the Q button.
Right,
and
like
the Bison are left to reeling. We got a Magic ult coming in, though. Let's see what he can do.
Dark Child, it does not look like we're going to be able to do much there. And I believe that's game. They have one final fight.
You see that Moon Knight and that Thing are just too powerful. The Onk plus Slam combo completely deletes the Magic's health.
I mean, when you ban
now
Brute,
you gotta scramble to the point if you're the Bison.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this Scarlet Witch, she's just overextending. And we're not going to be able to touch as Little Falls able to get that clean 3 points there. Going to be able to wrap that up as we are going to get into map number 3 here. It does look like Little Falls up 2-0 in the series at the moment. I do think Little Falls is very dominant and prominent. But Bison can come back. I really do think they can do that. What's the seeding?
As well. I think the couple switches are going to have to come in, though. Trying to run the tank line the entire game was either Thor, Captain America, or Thor and Penny.
Right.
That tank line is very difficult to make things work. Just because those 2 characters on their own aren't necessarily bad, but combined, there's no staying power, there's no shields, there's very little pressure. Especially because that Penny Parker isn't webbing anybody of importance. There's been no dive from the Flyers. They've been playing, Moon Knight. They've been playing Iron Man. There's nothing for the Penny Parker to actually web. And as well with the Thor is having a very hard time with the Thing and Emma Frost just completely shutting down his dashes. So if you're the Bison, Wyoming, and you want a chance to get back into this game, you need to switch off of Thor or Penny, one of the 2, or preferably both.
Right, because you're not really benefiting anything, to put it simply, as Bunny was just saying. And to McThick there, trying to figure out the seeding. So how this works is, so this is MNVL's off season. So we aren't we're trying to employ less people. Believe it or not, for the off season. We usually don't stream them, but I like this game a little bit too much, so I am doing it off my own volition, and I do love this. So thank you everyone for watching. But to get back to the question, this is how club works. Is basically it just works like going to be able to we're going to convoy, right? Sorry.
I do believe.
Cool. Yes. Room settings, everything's right, competitive. Okay, cool. So anyway, sorry. There's a couple things going on at the same time. What we need to disclose is that it's club. So what that means is you queue up for a game, and you get put with another team based off seeding and based off of like what your record is and who you've won and who you've lost against. So it's not entirely seeded. It's more of just like matchmaking, if you think about it like that. But I think May 20th is going to be club finals, and that will be just a top 8 bracket that is seeded. So that's like what we're preparing for, right? That's what we're gearing up to. And right away, guess who's banned? Groot and Bucky. Okay.
So now we wonder how much. I feel like a lot of these teams aren't going to value information from that second map.
I agree.
Mostly just because the first map is really what was, I would say, closer. Even though Wyoming had a decent offense, it just completely came undone as soon as they pushed the cart as far as they could, as well as on their defense.
Right.
But now that they have Spider-Man to play with, I'm hoping to see a more competitive map, as I believe console and PC, a very nasty Spider-Man player. Really the only reason the game was actually close in the first map, and the second map was such a wash because I believe of his Spider-Man ban.
Right. Hear me out. We could do... So I'm of the philosophy of, if someone is clearly carrying, why not try to help them out as much as possible? Give Spider-Man that Venom, right?
Yeah, give him the Venom, give him the Luna Snowflake, let him cook.
Right. And we do have a Rocket Band and a Scarlet Witch Band, so both teams are going to be able to feel a little bit of that pressure and scramble a little bit, as both team comps are going to be needing a little bit of shuffling around. And like we were talking about, I want this Thor gone. I really do.
We need to ban Emma Frost.
You need
the Bison, Wyoming need to ban Emma Frost.
If they don't ban Emma, it's going to be very hard to play Thor. We banned the Iron Man.
I find the Iron Man ban interesting because although JJ was very powerful on the Iron Man, as I mentioned, he showed that he was maybe not keen on playing Iron Man the whole time, as you saw him switch to Torch and a Wolverine at the end. Right. So I believe that it could be a decent ban if JJ was planning on playing Iron Man, but we've seen his flexibility before.
Right.
But we need to see some changes coming out from Wyoming if they want to end up winning this game.
In Adam is going to be an interesting. There's that Luna, and there's that Emma Frost that we were talking about, and back to the Cap Thor that were not very successful. Who knows? Maybe Midtown is going to be changing some of that, but only time will tell as we get into map number 3 of Little Falls versus Bison, Wyoming.
Now this is the first map that's seen a Rocket ban. Both teams have been playing a lot of Rocket.
He is the GOAT.
But now we can see that I believe Bison Wyoming are going. I'm not sure if they're going to roll out on Adam Jeff, but that is some of the least healing that you will ever receive on a team comp. So the Bison are just going to be relying on killing everybody so quickly that they don't need healing.
I mean, with the Spider-Man and with the Hela, and you have both Dive E tanks. I feel wrong for calling Thor a dive, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm interested to see how this goes, and you can see Little Falls, they know that this Thor is coming, so they're on that Emma thing, and even if the Adam is going to switch it to the Venom, you still got 2 tanks who love to stop dive. But remember we talked about that Spider-Man before, he's already getting his hands dirty.
What if we just support the best player? Wait, does the Spider-Man have Snowflake? No, he doesn't. Right. Who has Snowflake? I'm looking for it. Does no one have?
Storm 76 gonna get some cleanup too on the Hela. And I think they might have taken some of your advice here, supporting this Spider-Man console and PC. He has been the MVP for Wyoming so far, and they're just going to go ahead and give him the keys to the offense and let him do his magic.
He's going to be trying to see if we can just disrupt. We're looking like a great job at it. Zelda Man already feeling that thunder as Spider-Man able to whip right into their face, getting another one. Let's see if we can get more. Emma getting disrupted by Peter. This thing looking rather powerful. Thor's here to back him up as well. Dude, this Spider-Man needs to be stopped.
He's a menace.
I feel like JJ right now. Like, we are seeing such a shift in entire game plan, entire team play, just because of console and PC doing a phenomenal job.
And you remember I was getting on Wyoming for their really bad staggering issue, but I guess they have magically transferred it over to Little Falls, as they are trying to fight every single team fight so far by starting down one person. And you can see the staggers are just going to keep coming in. They've already been down one the entire time.
He gets two.
And they're
he
just
gets three.
Ults. They're getting the staggers. Wyoming has completely turned it around, and it's all thanks to console and PC on Spider-Man. Even though he's going to fall, the numbers are still up for Wyoming. They have momentum. They have ults. They have a lot of good things going for them right now. And Little Falls, for the first time in this series, find themselves on the back foot.
Dude, Spider-Man's so sick with it, he's making me sneeze. Dear heavens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Venom also doing a phenomenal job of just being able to support this team comp as well.
Here we go, finally.
Ooh, okay. Venom getting a little bit bullied here.
Little Falls finally, but that Thor ult gonna get their Luna Snow. That's a lot of healing down. I don't even know if they can contest the cart.
I don't think they can. Venom ult coming in here, gonna be putting some high pressure on both these tanks.
Venom ult.
Yeah, I mean, just great. That's exactly what you want to see. You got 5 minutes on the clock for Bison, Wyoming here. I think they're going to try to take it to a Game 4, Bunny.
And guess what we're going to see a little bit more of? It's called staggers.
Hell's being unleashed.
They're really doing best the Hella ult to chase these staggers. That's smart if you can get some kills, but this fight is happening.
I mean, this
right
Emma
in
ult
the
thing.
squad room of Wyoming.
You got Emma ult out. That's huge. One of the hardest ults to just farm in the game, I feel like.
And boy, the entire Little Falls team has playing what I like to call hero roulette. I've seen Tank swap from Thing to Mag. I've seen DPS swap to Star-Lord.
We have a Storm now? What?
We're on Storm now. It's just an entire game
we're on
of hero
Wolverine
roulette.
now. We're on Wolverine now, actually.
They're not hitting the right numbers right now.
So what that is entailing for the side of Little Falls is we will have no ults, ever.
And Little Falls needs to, they are just getting staggered, and Spider-Man ulted, and staggered again.
I mean, Wolverine's already, his passive's popped right now. There you go.
You've got to stop playing hero roulette if you are Little Falls. You are giving up ults.
You're giving up space.
Here's an ult.
Ooh, hang on, a fatty.
Calico. Nice little piece of the action. He said, hey, don't count us out yet.
Able to hold strong, but for how long? As Luna Snows, the Seraphim dancing onto the battlefield right now.
Oh, but as soon as that ult goes away, Ion Rum on the Thor finally getting a chance to show off.
Okay, that Venom ult gonna be trying to clobber that Emma. Ooh, there you go. Get that Wolverine, why not? That's an insane turnaround.
Just pure dominance from Bison, Wyoming.
I quite literally have no words. Bison just did a complete 180 in gameplay.
It all just comes down to those staggers. Comes down to the staggers. If you are Little Falls, you want to know the solution? I'll let you in on a little secret.
Hit me.
You listen to your team captain or your IGL, whoever he says, hey, all 6 of us, let's sit and spawn, and let's get a full 6v6 going instead of trickling out and staggering. Because Little Falls, literally, that's in the full sense, literally just trickled out one by one for 5 whole minutes.
That is true. For an entire Smash Brothers game, they just trickled out.
It's not conducive for winning Marvel Rivals games. However, that isn't to say we can count them out yet. Remember how strong that offense started on the Convergence map just a map ago? and Little Falls was able to stabilize. Perhaps they got a little bit of magic still in them.
True. And we are going to be seeing quite the team shift, if I do say so myself, Bunny, as we have the Gamma Squid from Shifty Gear coming out. We got a Cloak and Dagger, we got a Hulk, we got a Magneto, and we got a Black Panther. I mean, that's pretty different, if you ask me.
And this comp is basically saying, hey, we're going to try and take care of that Spider-Man Venom combo because it has just been putting in work this game.
There's some big lighting. I did not... I'm finding out some very funny quirks with the spectating client. Don't worry about me.
It's a bit silly.
I think it's fun to play with. It feels like a toy on Christmas.
So
you
you
think
can see...
Ooh, there's that Gamma Squid coming out.
That's
That's Venom.
are choosing to hold early, and this is a bit of a more niche high-level strategy, but dying on this cart actually gives you 3 fights on the defense. So as long as everybody dies on cart, you're able to actually get a second fight as the cart rounds this corner. And then you could actually get a third fight coming in either with a strange portal or if your team is able to go fast enough right as the cart is about to be capped. So Bison, as long as they don't stagger that like they're historically known to do, they should be able to get 3 fights going on this defense.
Right, and Strange isn't banned, which like I thought they were. So we could be seeing a Strange portal coming in here at some point.
Moon Knight is just very out of position, and he is going to suffer for it. And that's a stagger that's coming in because his DPS weren't even there yet. And we're starting to see more of those staggering issues, some characters out of position, and all that momentum. You better hope that the Bison are able to maintain some of that because this could just be a 3-3 coming in quickly.
It's definitely looking like it right now, but the game just started, right? It's not over yet.
There's another Luna Snow stagger, another one on the Black Panther. You got a Venom behind him who's at half health. It's a bit of a strange position for Wyoming right now.
That is true. And he's not even on the field.
They know he's there, too. Look at him.
Yeah.
Ah.
Venom coming in here for the backline. Gonna be able to find something. Let's see what he can do.
The Bison still don't have all 6 members. They are going in as 4, and they are going to stagger again. As I have previously mentioned, the Bison were down 2 people there, and their Luna Snow is going to invest the ult. There are only 2 people alive. At least they forced the enemy Luna Snow ult, otherwise it would have been a complete waste. But there is just some...
I still don't think it's worthy. I mean,
no.
You pop Venom ult as well. The only ult you have is Thor.
Oh boy.
And I guess they don't have Luna, but they still have Cloak and Dagger, right? Mind you,
but they
Dark
are
Child...
still down their Luna.
Right, Dark Child's in the oven. Hulk in the oven. They're gonna get Namor and Magneto.
Yeah.
Like... The ult economy
Luna still isn't back yet. Now she finally got back. Now is your first time for another 6v6 fight. So let's see what's going to happen. And as soon as 6 come back, the Bison are able to get 2 picks. Shocking what waiting for your entire team is able to do for you.
Incredible work right now as we are actually able... I thought we were able to win a fight. My mistake, actually.
Well, you see what happened was the Bison tanks decided to get a little bit creative and did a bit of overextending, and they are going to pay the price, at least their team is, as Little Falls is going to be able to push this card in until the Hella ult comes out.
Wait, Jeff ult could be a little bit huge. This could be the saving grace, actually. Hella ult could be gnarly. They just have to stay alive. These tanks need to find something. Hella, we got Snorp on the Hella doing incredible work. Gonna be able to hold down the fort, but for how long? As Magic, gonna be trying to find a way to keep them alive.
Yeah, Snorp on the Hella, that fight's MVP for sure. It was getting messy, and a lot of things were going on, but Snorp able to stabilize his team with a big fat Hella ult. No ults remaining, though, for the side of Wyoming. See what they can do. Going to fight the ults.
We need to be careful. We need to play in this little... We need to play by card, for sure.
And their Hulk goes in without his team.
Wait a minute. This is gnarly. The Hulk could die. Darkchild gonna be able to get popped. Calco trying to find something. Let's see if we can get these
alive
squishies.
As well, which is very important.
Oh dear heavens!
The Magneto magic flank. That is just a beautiful flank from Sapling and Calico. Just absolutely perfectly executed.
I mean, Magic just got full house. They got 4 aces right there. Like that's just a good gameplay right there.
Beautiful, yeah. The Magneto and Magic coordination there gave him the bubble while he was transforming, so he couldn't die. And was just able to clean house. That's what having no ults will do for you. Bison kind of overall last fight, and now the staggers are starting to come in. Little Falls building their own ult charge.
We need to get out ASAP. We are up in ults, though, coming in from Bison, Wyoming, but for how long, right?
Yep. We got mirroring support ults, Cloak and Dagger for the Flyers, Luna for the Bison. We'll see if they can if they're able to get that Venom Luna combo going. Get some one-shots, potentially.
Could be a little gnarly.
Oh, he's going to go before the Luna ult. That's going to get nobody.
Didn't even right-click beforehand, I don't think.
And somewhat of a wasted opportunity as the Luna
Ooh!
actually does end up ulting himself.
A double support ult coming in here from Little Falls,
Oh,
actually.
no.
Wait a
Double
minute.
support ult, the stack from the Flyers. That is not what you want to see. But if you're going to stack, you might as well make sure you secure the fight win. And hey, all might still be well for the Flyers. They're still picking up those kills. Still were able to force the Bison Luna ult.
Whoa. Don't mind me.
And something that I'd like to see a little bit more out of both teams is ult combinations. I mentioned hoping to see that Luna Snow Venom combo. Unfortunately, oh boy.
Ooh.
Namor ult. Hey, who needs a Luna Snow?
Namor is coming in strong right now.
Yeah.
And we get that Magneto. Okay, sure. Oh, this Jeff's got to be huge. And
Oh,
it
he
was.
gets everybody except for the supports. But the supports, both of them are able to kill the Jeff. And remember what I said earlier about a quick 3-3. Well,
Looks like we're going to be seeing just that.
3, 2, 3.
This.
yeah, and what I was saying earlier is I just wish we'd see a couple more ult combinations. That Luna Snow ult damage boost. When you've got a Namor and a Venom on your team, looking to combo those could be potential fight winners. Hey, clearly they didn't need it, but we'll see what happens as we move into the second half of the game.
I do have a
Wyoming
technical
on the
question.
offense first.
I do have a technical. So for Luna damage boosting Namor ult, do you want to be damage boosting where Giganto's gonna land, or do you just damage boost where Namor is?
You have to damage boost where Namor is.
Okay, okay.
As long as you're next to Namor, his squid will do the increased damage.
Interesting. Okay, okay. I didn't know if that's how that worked.
Any
or not.
comments about what we saw here? If you ready, any comments?
I mean, I think we just really need the Thor out of here. I don't think Thor is quite working, truthfully, if you want my honest opinion. Because, again, we did preface that we were both tank players at the beginning of this.
Oh, yeah.
And I fear, like, I notice the tanks more than not when I'm spectating these games. I feel like we aren't getting the flanks that we need to. I'm getting out of here.
And I think the worst part, or the most unfortunate part about this is that it's not that High on Rum. High on Rum is a fantastic Thor player.
Oh, yeah,
you just
no,
have to
for
think
sure.
about the opportunity cost
Right.
of giving up that Magneto bubble, giving up the Magneto ult,
And
or
that's
even
exactly
like
why-
another tank.
And that's exactly why you don't see a lot of Thors being played in general within Season 2 of Marvel Rivals, just because Thor doesn't have a lot going for him, while all the other tanks have a lot more unique things. Like, even Hulk has Hulk Bubble, which is huge.
I'm excited to see him prove us wrong.
No,
However,
I do think he can do some things. You just have to get
yeah.
a little bit more creative. But it does look
Oh, yeah.
like Bison Wyoming going to be trying to still continue this fight, even down a player.
yeah, and when you're the Bison and you're holding that close, the goal is when the fight starts going awry, you gotta get on the cart and die on the cart so you can get those 3 fights in. Otherwise, not really a point in holding the cart close. And you can see Blind Eye just gonna go ahead and stagger himself without touching the cart.
And it's just what it is now, because at this point, you just have a free stroll through New York
Yeah.
City.
And here we go. And these, I'm suspecting that the Thor is going to push. He has only got 2 members of his team that are alive. This Thor is going to likely get focused down. No, he won't. His team's got his back. That's
Okay.
good trust right there. But his backline is getting dove by magic.
Got some Gigantos going in clutch here. Calico gonna be getting eliminated here, but High on Rum
And,
does go down.
Yeah, he is just way, way too deep. His
Oh,
backline
yeah.
is getting attacked by magic. But hey, this is just devolving into a very unorganized, sloppy fight. And boy, I can't even tell what's going on anymore.
I've been quiet for quite a bit of time here, buddy. Mainly because I'm at a loss for words of what my eyeballs are picking up. I mean, we just see High and Rum going in over and
He's
over
the
and over
sickest
again.
all.
Like
but-
he yearns for blood. He wants blood.
He's very bloodthirsty. That is very true. And you
This
can
Hulk
see
following
Hulk,
suit.
He,
Oh
he's gonna
wait,
die.
Luna!
He's not gonna get this Luna ult.
Oh, poor Luna. We're going to see that Magneto ult. Not going to be able to kill. We do see a complimentary Luna ult. Zelda Man going to be able to see if we can burst down Good Knight. We do just that. I mean...
I'm not entirely sure what Zelda Man was choosing to use his Luna ult for, but we'll see. Oh, what a cloak right click from
Holy...
Jeff.
High and Rub getting 3! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! We asked him to prove us wrong, and what did he do?
Oh, he proved us wrong, all right. That was a beautiful throw, and what happened was the Jeff actually... Oh, no, that's a really nice coordinated play for Wyoming there. Jeff is able to force the cloak right click, but what that means is you don't have it for that Thor ult, and especially because Little Falls wasted a Luna Snow ult on basically nothing, you have nothing to defend against High on Rum's powerful Thor coming in.
Wait, we asked for some inspirational Thor gameplay, and we got a 4-man Thor ult. That's the achievement
And he
right there.
showed us commentators. He said, "Hey, I hear you talking smack. Let me show you what I can do."
Let me show you the reason I'm a god of thunder.
Yes, sir. But hey,
beautiful work.
Even
That
though you
Jeff
got a
ult,
powerful round-saving play on the defense, now it comes down to the offense for Wyoming. Although they have a big time bank to work with, they're going to have to get these kills convincingly. They're going to have to figure something out because it was looking pretty rough for the entire team. Really, only High on Rum's Thor was what saved the round there.
Well,
Staggers were coming in, picks were coming in, but
yeah, the Jeff and the Thor were definitely the two big play savers there.
Yeah, and I do got to give a shout out to Bravo Green on the Jeff. That Jeff ult forcing the cloak right click is what gave High on Rum the ability to get forward. I'm not sure if Jeff had his cloak and dagger ult online yet, but hey, we're moving on to the next round.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what goes down.
So if Bison get to it, they win, right? Or is it a tie?
Yep, they'll win.
Okay.
And then it'll be 2-1 in the series.
Ooh, hang on, a crazy pick.
Start.
Wait, two picks?
Oh,
both of them
Console and
supports?
PC on the flank more.
Console and PC looking pretty dastardly with the old point-and-click adventure game that is Namor.
Oh, yeah.
Going strong. Magic
Falcon.
not able to get that utility that we need. Thor.
He's gonna try his best, but Console and PC did the wise move of choosing to go high ground, drops 3 squids, and then instantly pops the back line. Wyoming in a fantastic spot to get their first map in the series.
I'm spectating Console and PC right now, and I'm now looking for the first time ever what the Xbox buttons look like on this game. And I gotta say, they look like gummy. They look like gummy worms, or like I don't know. They look like very edible. Ooh, this Calico.
I'm getting very deep right now, but Calico. Boy, Calico has just been quietly having a very nice series. He's been getting picks. Even in that last fight when his team lost, he was still able to secure 2. Now he gets the first pick.
Wait a minute.
He gets first pick. He gets another Luna. He gets the Jeff. Calico.
Wait a minute.
He's trying to say, hey, listen, Console and PC, now he might be a powerful player, but let me show you who the best DPS in the lobby is.
Let me show you the power of the Soul Sword right now. Able to go straight in there for another one as well. Calico, wait a minute. We got some hands that we're working with.
Good Knight is staggering himself. He needs to leave quickly. His team able to get there and help him out, but you can see that Calico wants to chop his head off.
Let's see if he can do it. We do have Darkchild in the oven.
Oh, Emerald finds nothing.
This Good Knight needs to be very careful. Shifty Gear, gonna be able to destroy the competition right now. High on Rum, able to get that tube for...
Oh.
But Zelda Man coming in with the rest of the team, gonna be able to slice and dice. Darkchild, gonna be able to feast on 2 souls.
Just some heroics here from the DPS side of...
oh, for sure, dude.
Of Little Falls is not only obviously Calico shredding the backline, but Shifty Gear was able to secure the kill on the out of position Good Knight. But he's gonna open up with the Luna Snow. They want to go fast and they want to go aggressive.
Okay, forcing out that Cloak and Dagger ult is huge. Zelda Man choosing to save that Luna Snow ult. It's gonna be huge. Zelda Man needed to save that team. Calico does go down.
Yeah, but Zelda Man does have a Luna Snow ult of his own. And Ground Sapling able to find 2 with the Namor. And the ults are coming out for the side of the Flyers, but this is a bit of a messy fight. High on Rum looking to get that Cloak and Dagger. Oh, what is happening? This fight has devolved. It's getting messy, Lefevre.
That Jeff was able to disrupt Little Falls' support line, and we were not able to recover quite in time. But we are going to be seeing Calico try to find something, even on this low health. Going to be dashing into the nice backline there.
Look at Console and PC's position. Look at what he's doing against this Punisher. Look at Console and PC in the backline. He's going to kill everybody. Look at him go. Oh, the Luna ult from Zelda, man. That's going to be a game saver for the Flyers.
Insane work coming in here from Little Falls Flyers. They were looking down and out for the count, but ladies and gentlemen, the Bison were dehorned. This Hella cannot save the day as Little Falls is able to get that clean saving game. That is insane.
And I believe that is the series, isn't it?
That is the series.
Is that a
clean
3-0?
That is a 3-0. Very
nice
fun to watch.
Falls.
You know, Little Falls and Bison, Wyoming were super fun to watch. I'm very happy you're able to spectate these games. I believe next week will actually be the finals, if I'm not mistaken, because what, next Tuesday is the 20th? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, because it's 13th right now. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the series for today, with Little Falls taking a 3-0 over Bison, Wyoming. Thank you all so much for watching and supporting high school esports, and also for supporting me in what I do here, for being able to cover this in huge. Can I get a thunderous shout out for Bunny 5001 for being able to join me on the mic? I mean, you were super fun to work with, and I'm very happy that we were able to have, let's say, top 800 player in the world. Can
Shit, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for the stream. Be sure to follow as that notification for May 20th of the club finals will be going live on 5 p.m. But that'll be it. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned for more